Once upon a time, there was a wealthy merchant named Maurice, who lived with his 3 beautiful daughters, whom he loved dearly. In the blink of an eye, all 3 daughters grew up, each one more beautiful than the last. Though the 2 older daughters were certainly eye-catching, they were also proud, selfish, and bossy. The youngest daughter, named Belle, was not only beautiful but also kind-hearted. She loved reading books and had a little secret: she dreamed of marrying a prince one day. One day, the merchant prepared for a business trip and asked his daughters what gifts they would like him to bring back. The eldest daughter wished for beautiful fabric, and the second daughter wanted a string of pearls. The youngest daughter, Belle, only wished for her father to return safely and, if possible, to bring her a single rose. On his way home, a violent storm swept in, capsizing the merchant's ship. He lost all his possessions and, exhausted and downhearted, found himself lost in the storm. Without realizing it, he wandered into a dark forest. Soaked to the bone and utterly worn out, he came upon a grand and mysterious castle. Desperate to escape the storm, he pushed open the giant doors, hoping to find shelter. To his amazement, no one was in sight.
Hello, is anyone home? Hello?
Yet, a magnificent feast awaited him, as if someone knew he would arrive. After the feast, he found a lovely bedroom, complete with elegant linens and a cozy bed. Even the toiletries and nightclothes were prepared for him. After a bath and changing into the nightclothes provided, he fell into a deep slumber. The next morning, he awoke to find fresh clothes laid out for him, a gesture of the castle's unseen master. Grateful, he enjoyed the grand breakfast prepared by the castle's host. Although he never saw the castle's owner, as he was about to leave, he gave a deep bow to the empty castle, expressing his thanks. As he wandered through the lush gardens, he was captivated by the stunning roses blooming, their dew-kissed petals glistening in the sunlight. Suddenly, he remembered Belle. So, he picked a single red rose. Out of nowhere, a thunderous roar shattered the peaceful silence. A terrifying beast appeared, its eyes glowing red and teeth sharp and menacing.
I gave you food and shelter, and in return, you steal my roses?
As punishment, the merchant would be imprisoned in the castle. Maurice was terrified. He tried to explain to the beast that he only wanted to give the rose to Belle as a gift. After some thought, the beast allowed him to leave but demanded that someone return in his place within a month. Just for a chance to see his 3 lovely daughters again, Maurice quickly agreed to the beast's terms. When the 2 older daughters received the gifts their father brought, they were overjoyed, paying no attention to his worried expression. Once back home, Maurice felt deep guilt because, after making his promise to the beast, he realized he had no one to send in his place. Only Belle noticed her father's distress. After Belle's persistent questions, her father finally told her what had happened. Both sisters were disgusted when they heard the story.
If you had no one to send, why did you make a promise to the beast?
Just ignore the beast. It's not like he knows where we live.
In the end, the sisters blamed Belle for the whole problem.
This is all because of you and your rose. It has nothing to do with us.
Yeah, it's not our problem.
Belle told her father not to worry and offered to go to the castle in his place. Belle kept her promise and arrived at the castle as scheduled.
Welcome, Belle. Thank you for keeping your father's promise. Dinner is ready for you, and after you eat, you can go upstairs to see your room.
Even though her father had described the beast to her, Belle was still frightened when she first saw him standing before her. After dinner, Belle went upstairs and found her room. In one corner of the bedroom, Belle noticed a huge bookshelf and a piano. Reading and playing the piano were two of her favorite things to do at home. Belle was deeply touched by the beast's thoughtful gestures. She never expected someone who looked so frightening on the outside to make such kind arrangements. The next morning, when Belle awoke, she found that her dressing table had already been prepared for her. She also found a new outfit waiting for her. As Belle settled into the castle, she discovered a life of unexpected luxury. Each day brought sumptuous meals and beautiful dresses. Life in the castle was quiet and comfortable, and each day, the beast would bring her flowers. One day, the beast proposed to her.
Belle, will you marry me?
Belle gently but firmly refused, as she was still cautious of his frightening appearance. The beast wasn't angered by her rejection. After hearing her answer, he graciously wished her good night and walked away like a true gentleman. Over time, Belle's fear of the beast began to fade, as he continued to show his gentle and kind nature. He often chats with her, and he would always respect her quiet moments, never disturbing her peace. Sometimes, he would even play music just for her. Life in the castle was peaceful and comfortable. But Belle missed her father very much. She told the beast she wanted to visit him. At first, the beast misunderstood and thought she was making an excuse to leave him, which made him very angry. Belle reassured the beast of her promise and swore to return within a week. The beast couldn't refuse her and agreed to let her go. He gave her a magical ring, wearing it would take her home, but taking it off would return her to the castle. The beast also prepared several chests filled with gold and jewels to thank her father for keeping his promise. He told Belle that when she arrived home, the chests would appear there too. He warned her that if she didn't come back, he would surely die of sadness. When Belle returned home, she found her father gravely ill from worry. She shared stories about her enchanted life in the castle, which brought him joy and helped him recover quickly. However, when her sisters saw the gold coins, they were filled with jealousy. Dark thoughts took root in their minds. They pretended to love Belle and insisted they had missed her dearly, urging her to stay a few more days. So Belle agreed to stay with them a bit longer, forgetting her promise to the beast and extending her visit beyond a week. On a fateful night, Belle had a dream of the beast, who asked her sadly why she had broken her promise. In her dream, she saw the beast lying in the rose garden, barely alive. Without a second thought, Belle rushed back to the castle. She found the beast unresponsive, and, in tears, she begged him not to die, promising to stay with him forever. In that desperate moment, the beast transformed into a handsome prince. He explained to Belle that he was once a selfish and cold-hearted prince. On a stormy night, a soaking wet old beggar woman offered him a red rose and begged for shelter from the storm. But the prince cruelly refused her. It turned out that the beggar woman was a fairy in disguise. She was angry at the prince's ruthlessness and turned him into a beast as punishment.
Will you accept my past and marry me?
Belle was overjoyed and hugged him tightly. They soon married and moved into the castle together with her father. Meanwhile, her sisters faced their punishment. The fairy turned them into statues and imprisoned them in the forest as a reminder of their cruel nature. Beauty and the Beast tells us 6 important lessons. First, true love can break curses. In Beauty and the Beast, true love is shown to have the power to break even the strongest curses. Belle's kindness and bravery help lift the curse on the beast. Second, don't judge by appearances. The story teaches us not to judge others by how they look. Although the beast seems scary, he has a kind heart, and Belle sees his true, inner beauty. Third, keeping promises and taking responsibility. Both Belle's father and Belle show the importance of keeping promises and taking responsibility. Her father worries about keeping his promise, and Belle bravely steps forward to help him. She is a hero. Fourth, it's important to learn from mistakes. The beast realizes his past mistakes and sincerely regrets them. This shows us that admitting and fixing our mistakes is an important and admirable quality. Fifth, jealousy and resentment bring unhappiness. Belle's sisters encourage her to break her promise to the beast out of jealousy, nearly leading to his death. Their jealousy results in their own punishment, showing that kindness and contentment lead to happiness. Sixth, true love isn't about possessing someone, it's about helping them become their best self. And this is very important. Remember this, my dear. True love is not about holding on tightly, but about letting go for the other person's happiness. The beast was willing to let Belle go, even though it might mean his curse would never be lifted. This shows us that true love isn't about possession, but about setting someone free. Beauty and the Beast teaches us the value of kindness, patience, and understanding. It reminds us that real beauty comes from within, and love is at its strongest when it is selfless and patient. Sweetheart. Also remember, all the wonderful blessings we have come from the kindness we've gathered over time. Now, can you tell me, what do you think true beauty really is?